Where is Rob? Where is Rob? There you go. What is up with the squad? Is Session favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies? StreamYard was trying to hate. They loaded Rob up late. What's up, Mr. Shake My Hand in the building? Rob the Man Media. Hot takes. What's happening?
What's happening? Aces. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's Aces Parade.
Yeah. So yeah, it's Aces Parade. Aces Parade tonight at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, I think, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay.
They gonna be lit tonight.
Oh, what's up? Jackie, what's up? AB, what's up? Until us. Benji, baby, what's happening?
I should have got on the flight and went, but then they talking about, oh, you can't get no content, you can't do this, you can't do that. I'm like, oh man,
no content. They said no content?
Yeah, they say you can't. They say you can't shoot no content there at all.
No going live, no streaming. They cutting down on that, huh?
Yeah, they getting busy on that.
That's real. I respect that. I mean, so you can't even record your own experience going in.
Nah,
you can't be live.
You ain't supposed to, but somebody gonna do it. You feel me? I just didn't feel like wasting the time to do it and all that. But yeah,
But dang.
Yeah, they sent me an email. That's why I had to double check, triple check that thing. Like, bro, y'all, damn, what's up with
this? So is it no camera type of parade?
Here, let me see.
No camera, no phones. You gotta let me know. I can't even take a picture of myself at the parade.
Let me see if I can pull this up right quick. Matter of fact, I can pull it up. I'll read it to you. It says Las Vegas Aces. Know before you go. 2025 championship celebration presented by Ali. All right. Party starts at 5 p.m. Their time, Pacific time. The procedures begin at Tropicana into Las Vegas Boulevard at 5 p.m. Continues down Las Vegas Boulevard to Park Avenue to Toshiba Plaza. All right, they tell you who gonna perform. They're gonna tell you all the places, and then prohibited items. This is where the real fun is. All right. Below the items particularly listed that are not allowed into the plaza. The plaza is a private property. Prohibited items at T-Mobile Arena are subject to charges. Please note if any questions, please contact guest services at T-Mobile Arena for specific policies and information. No backpack or bags of any size permitted into the venue except small clutches. During the event, backpacks are discouraged from the plaza. Tripods, monopods, professional filming, content creators is prohibited in the plaza. Weapons, firearms, knives, devices, pepper spray, mace, illegal drugs or substance, flammable liquids, aerosol cans, laser pointing, flames, fireworks, balls, projected, optical illusions, coolers, ice chests, folding chairs, Patron, or anybody without shoes or shirts, mace or chains. Like, bro, they're real specific on all this. Animals or pets are not allowed. Unappropriate pampering, hands-outs, ads, flyers without prior consent from the arena management. Unapproved merchandise, food, drink vendors are on the plaza. The plaza is a private property, and all public forum questions can be emailed to guest services. So there you have it. You can't even create content at that bit. They ain't having it.
Well, I mean, you can't. It sounds like you can't go live, but you definitely can go and get some shots with your camera or whatever, your camera phone that you can share back. So, okay, I get it. But yeah, you're not gonna just live stream our parade. We got it on. We want the views. I respect it. Okay. 37 in the chat. Hit the like and the share. They both right there.
We don't care how you want to do it. Now, we want to control the content or we want to get paid. That's what they said. Basically, what they were saying is, hey, listen, We know all y'all content creators finna fly out here to get this goddamn content, so we just gonna put it out there. Now, here's the thing though. Say you wasn't an Aces fan, or you wasn't signed up for the Aces, you would have never got that email. So it wouldn't. Somebody gonna do it. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So you're hoping that somebody opened up that email and actually read that email. That's all. It's all good though. I mean, yeah, it is what it is.
Oh, absolutely. So let's get into it. Cause me and you ain't talk. We ain't talk hoops in a minute. We making up shows. We got a lot of hot takes to catch up on. And I know we're gonna talk WNBA. But it's only fair. Small's the one. Yolanda Wells, what's up? Jeremy, what's good? MJ, get into your laptop soon. Let's get it. So check this out. Let's back up because a couple things have happened that we haven't talked about. Okay. SEC Media Day 1 and 2 have completed. What were your takeaways? What were your biggest takeaways?
We talking leadership, baby. Hey, gotta step up and be a leader, baby. You gotta step up and be a leader. Ain't nothing else about. Hey, listen, you gotta step up and be a leader. That's all I took away from that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a leader at some point in your life. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't be out front running now. When you see everything, when you front running, you can be a leader. But when you ain't out in front and you having a bad day, you having a bad game, you can't lead. That's my biggest takeaways. I'm getting straight to
it. Okay. Well, we know where he at with SEC Media Day.
And if you don't hey, listen, YouTube just sent me this today. Now they told me get to the money. So you know, I gotta click clack that thing. Click clack. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was when I seen LSU up there talking. Click clack. What they talking about?
Okay, click clack. What they talking about? Okay, that's hilarious. So okay, that's what you took away. Everything that happened at Media Day. Anything else? Anything about Auburn? Anything? Larry Vickers? Anything? Let me know.
I'm excited. I'm excited about Auburn now. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Hey, my man say, hey, I got a pro style system, man. You know, feel me? You gonna have to come see about us. We ain't finna lay down, and I expect us to do big things in the SEC. So I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for it. I want to see what he's talking about. Yeah. Now I'll say this. I ain't watching everybody just because I just knew that they finna get up there and do some politicking BS, and they ain't finna be talking about nothing. Especially my guy Mississippi State. He probably was the most like trying to persuade himself that he had a good team.
Oh, you talking about Purcell?
What his team is? Yeah, Purcell. Yeah.
Oh, Purcell.
Yeah, he's trying to persuade us. You know what I'm saying? That he had a good team. No,
is it us or his team? I don't know who it was.
Man, I was trying to figure out myself.
I really thought he was campaigning for another job because that seat high. But anyway,
listen. When he opened up though, I was like, dog, this he really out here trying to campaign to be the commissioner of the SEC more than he is talking about his job.
Yeah, he was working.
I mean, I'm talking about he broke down teams in the league. Like, hey man, how many teams made it to the tournament and the championships and all this blah. And I'm like, dog, you at Mississippi State, bro. Why are you talking about the SEC? We want to know about your team. What that is, man. What it is. You know?
So you know, it's funny that you walked away from the SEC Media Day with leadership on your mind. I walked away with unafraid. And we ain't afraid. Unafraid. And they cheaper the second time around.
Yeah. Hey, listen. That was the favorite bar of the moment. Hey, listen. Listen. Y'all go ahead on all that money. Hey, but when they come back that second time around, they way cheaper. They way
cheaper the second time around.
Hey, listen, and they give us more money on it. And so y'all be wondering how we can stay alive. Hey, listen, they gonna always come back around. Don't worry about it. They're gonna be cheaper the second round. And then it's gonna be, and then we can spread out the money even more to more people because they cheap on the second round. Don't worry about it. We good. When she dropped that bar, everybody's in that bed looking crazy, like damn. But one thing I'll say, this the part.
You know what I noticed about Drip? Oh, go ahead.
This the only part that I hate about Drip's piece of it is that because the way the SEC had it set up, you had a lot of the men's reporters that was asking Drip questions that don't really cover the women's game. So it was never going to be about questions pertaining to South Carolina's actual players or throughout the season because you had too many reporters in there that covers the men's side that don't really cover the women's side.
See, I didn't take it like that. I took it like that's a sign of how much respect they have for Drip and what they want to know. They want her opinion on everything. She the face of this. Most games on ESPN, she the face of this. The questions that they asked, some of them was like setup questions. Drip looked like she wasn't feeling the interview from the time she got in there. But the other thing that I noticed about Drip is they can't never tell when Dawn joking. She be having to tell them it's a joke, y'all. Y'all can laugh like it's a joke. Some of the stuff she say, they be like, "Dang, is she serious?" Nah,
well, I mean, a lot of that because,
go ahead.
Hey, listen, when you see faces that you normally know that they don't normally care, they don't normally talk to you or really have a conversation with you, but then they show up to SEC Media Day, you kind of already know what the vibe is when you walk in. It's like, oh, I see this person, I see this person, I see this person.
I know what
time
we on.
They don't even cover men's sports. I mean, they don't even cover women's sports. So I know what time it is. All right, let's go. I got time today.
And she addressed it accordingly.
Yeah. I do feel like if they had actual women reporters or people that cover women's sports, I think that interaction would have went differently. But when she just walked in a room and she looked at the faces, she knew what time it was.
So this other thing I want to know about SEC Media Day. I keep asking everybody this: why y'all bring 3 kids if you only gonna put 2 on the desk?
It's always been that
way. Put all 3 kids on the desk. No, that one man put all 3 of his kids on the desk this year. Move over and put all the kids up there. That's lame. And then you showing them over there awkward off in the corner. Pull them up here. What you got them here for?
Yeah,
you don't need an alternate at media day. Ain't nobody gonna twist their ankle before on their way to the desk. What we doing? That's wild. You got these kids up here, put them up there. I just thought that was really, really weird. But I really wanted to ask you about Florida. I don't know if you saw Florida. What did you think about Liv, the Florida coach there? They had Miaria there. What did you think about that?
I'll be 100 with you. I didn't even watch it. Florida.
Okay.
Just I got a kid on a roster from Colorado that's there, but I didn't watch it. I'm not. To me, I'm not a real big fan on SEC Media Day talk because I already know it's a bunch of baloney. I know that they ain't finna get up there and really talk about nothing, or somebody gonna try to persuade you that they team better than what they is, and then they get into the season and they get in their head, something beat across their head. But for me, I'm like, man, listen, check ball, let's play ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let's see what's up, man. Let's see what y'all look like in these exhibition games. Now, shout out to Alabama and Florida State for actually televising their exhibition game. Everybody needs I feel like everybody needs to televise it. Now, you don't got to put it on a national brand, but you can use YouTube TV or something like that, man. Just put it out there for people to see. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to hide the product because we're going to see what the product is, regardless of the fact. But, no, shout out to them. That's what I'll say.
But that's actually a good segue because that was my next topic. What did you like? What did you like about both of those teams?
Alabama. See, the thing with Florida State is they just don't got enough depth. I think they got a guard that is gonna keep you in games. They can go get you 20, 25 a night. They got a center / forward that can rebound, can block shots. Their biggest thing, can they stay out of foul trouble, and can they how healthy they'll be down the stretch. That's the biggest piece of it. But overall, I liked Alabama. I like what I seen. Number 23 out there playing like she Chelsea Gray. She dressed like her, move like her. I'm like, dog. I'm watching this game. I'm sitting here watching Alabama now, and I didn't remember 23. I think she got hurt. She was there last year, but I think she got hurt. And they got a lot of kids coming back that didn't play last year because of injuries that's playing this year. But when you see 23, like, she got the leggings on like Chelsea. She got the little wristband on the same hand as when Chelsea. And I'm like, dog, come on, dog. Come on, man. And then she out there moving like Chelsea, like offensive-wise. She do that same crossover, try to get to that same spot Chelsea get to and shoot the same shot. It just looked like
I think that's Jessica Timmons. Timmons.
Yeah, Jessica Timmons.
She's a red shirt senior.
Yeah, that's her. She looked like Chelsea, and I'm like, yo, that's not a good thing, dog. And I wasn't trying to say it like in a bad way. That's not a good thing. Like, You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But no, I like the Alabama. They got enough shooting there. They got I don't know how much they'll. I got to see them when they play against some real size. They like to play on the glass. That's the piece I want to see from them. But shooting wise, being able to make shots, get downhill, tight to the rim, I like what I've seen from Alabama.
All right. But we didn't come up here. We didn't come up here to talk about SEC stuff. We really came up here to talk WNBA stuff, and we're gonna get into like WNBA offseason because it's heating up. But before we get to that, we had an announcement this week in the WNBA All-Star game is in Chi-Town. Your thoughts on that? Artemis was good. B Will, what's happening?
What's happening, everybody? I'm sorry, I ain't even speak to everybody, man. And my apologies, man. Hope everybody having a great day on this Friday. It's been a long week for me.
Hey man, it's 123, 123. But it just quick switch for me, but y'all know what I mean.
Yeah, man, it's been a long week, man. Prayers for me, prayers. But man, listen, I think it's some bullshit. Like I ain't even know. I think it's some pure bullshit that Chicago Sky got the All-Star game, right? And the reason why I'm saying this, right, is because I truly believe that they're trying to save this franchise and goddamn Chicago, and it's just like stop saving them, just bury them. Like, just get the ownership out of the way. Like, stop trying to say this ownership that don't really want to be owners of this goddamn franchise. Like, this is pure bullshit right here, dog. Like, all y'all doing is y'all helping them raise money for the facility they just built to flat out just recuperate the money they just spent. So they didn't lose anything. They didn't invest really anything. Oh, yeah, man, we're going to put this money up front for y'all to turn around and give it to them on the back end. Come on, man. Now, what you should have did was, if you gonna wait this long to give an All-Star game, how about give it to the person who just won a championship? How about that? If you gonna do these type of games, then just give it to the person that just won the last championship. So Vegas should have been awarded the All-Star game. New York should have been awarded the, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless it's a back-to-back years, right? But I truly believe that Golden State, Valhalla should have got the All-Star game. That's just me. I feel like they should have got awarded it, but I understand what they trying to do with Chicago. It's crazy. It's crazy, dog.
Well, I mean, so let's. I feel like it's number one a sign that they may try to core Angel or force Angel's hand to stay in Chicago. Let's just be honest. Let's be honest. There's nothing about the Chicago Sky that says all or star. Nothing about it from the top of the organization, right? And I'm talking management ownership at this time. When I look at the roster as currently constructed, if Angel doesn't play, the only potential other all-star there is Camila Cardoso. I've never seen an all-star game go to a city where you potentially may not have, and I don't even know if Camila Cardoso is back in Chicago next year, right? So it's just really weird the timing that is going to Chicago, especially because it's not like this was a decision that was made years ago, like we see in other sports. This is a decision they made last week, like or yesterday. Well, I don't know. Whenever they made it. Here, after everything they saw Chicago do this year, they was like, you know what? When we look around the WNBA, the best place that we can send people the best product is Chicago. How?
But see, here's my thing.
You could have went to LA.
Why not reward Golden State for having the best attendance last season?
He could have did that too. Like I told you before the show started, I felt like the All-Star game was Asia's. Asia earned that. It should have went to Las Vegas this year. This coming up year. That's just what I think. But I'm biased because I'm an Aces fan. Yeah. But when you look at everything, right? So you look at everything and you're like, Chicago, y'all don't even have. So we're not going to do it in Wintrust. It would have to be at the United Center. I hear it, and Political Lil will talk more about this on our show later. But there's some pressure coming from, like, I don't remember if it was the governor and the mayor. It's a pressure because the The state sees that there's money in women's hoops, and they want to know why Chicago ain't getting to it. And they can't have Angel Reese type marketing dollars and access leaving their market. That's crazy, right? So we got to get all of this fixed. So I don't know if this is the pressure getting put on the WNBA now coming back, where like, hey, y'all gonna have to do something about this ownership.
Hey, who got Kathy by her neck? That's all I need to know in Chicago. Who got Kathy by the neck?
I don't know that they got Kathy by the neck as much as they got Adam by the neck, because what I think this signals is a change in ownership. And I think that you see the Chicago Sky be owned by the Chicago Bulls overnight.
Yeah, I mean,
we're going to United Center. We're gonna have the All-Star game there. We finna put that ownership in charge of this over here, and we finna move y'all around.
Hey, listen.
So Aces, Valhalla, they could have said Atlanta. They could have said Phoenix. They could have said Phoenix. They could have went back to Phoenix. I don't care. They could have said Washington. They young and up and coming over there. They could have went down to Dallas, where you got Paige at, right? They could have did all of that. One second, y'all. Go ahead, Rob.
Well, here's my biggest problem with this all is Adam Silver having his input on this, having his footprints on all this. I think that's ludicrous. But you can see right now, right? Portland, they just hired an NBA coach. Didn't get nobody from the WNBA opportunity to take one of them franchises. Y'all gave that to somebody in the NBA. Come on, man. What are we doing, dog? Stop with this NBA, moving to the WNBA. A lot of these coaches don't deserve to be head coaches. That's why they're not in the NBA. Stop trying to give the opportunity to them in the WNBA. But when it comes back to the All-Star game, that's why I asked who got Kathy on Nate. Got it. Because ain't no way Chicago should have got awarded this. Ain't no way. But
ain't no way I believe it was Kathy decision.
I got two problems with this. And the first problem I got with this is WNBA. Why are y'all not doing an All-Star game 2 years out? Why are y'all waiting 8 months to try to tell you who's going to get the next city? This should be something that's done 2 years out to give each city time to adjust to, hey, they got the All-Star game coming. They can really put on a big show. They can get everything aligned in place. You don't do this in an 8-month span. That ain't how this works. But once again, we're talking about planning. We're talking about procedures. We're talking about putting things in place to make the game grow. We're talking business sense now. And a lot of people in the dub don't got business sense. So you have that. So
yeah, I don't think that the final decision was Kathy. I think that the final decision is Adam. She got to run it up the pole to see what Adam said.
Man, Adam making the wrong business decisions. But I get why Adam's doing it. Adam's doing it like, shit, we got to keep Angel Reese in Chicago. That's why he's doing it. It ain't even about Chicago should get it. But, hey, man, the only way you're going to be able to keep Angel Reese in Chicago, you got to put the All-Star game there. That at least takes some of the tense pressure off of them to say they got to trade Angel or what they got to do with Angel. Then you got to keep Camilla. Like that's what this game is. Cat and mouse game. That's what this game is getting played right now. It's cat and mouse.
So here's the thing. You can award an All-Star game to Chicago, and then Angel can say, I'm not playing. I'm sitting out. So now what are you talking about? What are we talking about? It's not really a leverage move. Unless you can make Angel not sit out.
Even if she sits out, they're still gonna make her the host because a player has to. They always try to make whoever city it is a player host. They still gonna try to make her the host of the city, no matter if she sits out and don't play.
So Chicago, and the WNBA would take the chance of putting the microphone in Angel's hand to host the All-Star game when she not playing.
Just like she not playing. Clark. They did the same thing.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Here's the thing though. Angel ain't Caitlyn. That's unapologetically Angel. Put the microphone in her face. Put the microphone in her face if you want to. I hope they do. It'll be the best. It'll be the best All-Star weekend we've seen since the Stud Buds. Go for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's right, but that's what they're gonna do. She's the megastar that brings the money to Chicago. Just like CC was to Indiana, they're gonna make her the host, regardless of the fact of how we want to look at it. That's just what they're gonna do. That's the only reason why you make this decision. You don't make this decision for no other reason but that.
Hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Please make her the host. I'm here for it. Let's go. Please.
Hey, listen, listen. I know one thing about Angel. She gonna be unapologetic, and I'm gonna love it.
Let's go.
I just don't want them to keep trying to force Angel to be somewhere where she don't want to be at. That's all.
But they gonna force her to be at the All-Star game with the mic in her hand, with all eyes on her about their league. Please do.
Yeah.
Please do.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
That's the politics behind all this. Is they're gonna try to force her to do that? If they don't do anything else, injury.
Right now.
Yeah, she gonna do that. It's a prop. It's a prop for them. Because they're gonna try to prove something to the world that we already know what is something different. Like you gonna try to sit up here and lie in our face, and we already know that you're gonna lie in our face. All I can say is, listen, they're gonna try to play Angel. Angel gonna be like, man, I ain't going for none of this. Y'all can just go ahead and trade me. I don't even think Vanessou's gonna beat her. To be honest, I don't think she's gonna be in Chicago. Because Angel gonna make them play a side. It's either her or me. And if you trade Angel, they need Angel for the All-Star game. That's the reason why you make this move, is to try to save Angel to beat her. Angel wants to be on a winning team. That is correct. But you also got to be able to bring pieces there. Who's going to be willing to come there to this dysfunctional franchise? Now, Chicago, some way, somehow, always finds players. But they can't never get right with the players. No, they definitely use the Angel for sponsorship, and as long as Angel keep doing what she's doing, they're gonna definitely use Angel for endorsements and sponsorships right now. That's all the Sky doing. You don't think that they looked at that Victoria's Secret thing that she done and was just like, oh damn, we gotta get them the All-Star game. They know what's going on with Angel Reese. They know what she's representing right now. Chicago Sky needs to get new ownership. I don't think nobody disagrees with they need new ownership. I don't think Angel will go play in Europe. I think she would just like train and just do what she's doing and modeling and stuff like that. And because she makes enough money off the court where she don't really truly have to go and play in Europe. I think she'll just stay over here and train and go do something else versus having to put up with the BS. I do think Angel Reese will do that. So we'll see though.
So you think Angel's still gonna play in Chicago next season?
Here's my you want to know my theory about this? I told you before we got on here, right? I think Angel Reese plays All-Star and she tries to find a way to get traded after the All-Star game. That's my theory behind all this. Like, hey, yeah, play the little cat and mouse game. Hey man, I did what y'all want. All right, go ahead and trade me now. Because everything will come a full circle, right? But I do think that she's gonna play some type of part. The good thing is she's still on a rookie contract, so they can't really call her right now because she's still on a rookie contract. So, but you know, Chicago, I've seen them do it where they'll wait till after the All-Star game like they did with Mayberry and trade her. So we'll see.
So actually, I don't think firing Jeff is enough. Right? I don't think that firing Jeff is enough. I'm with you. So listen, my first thing is I've been saying since last season, sell the team. Sell the team. I've been saying that since sell the team. Get rid of all of them. Start over. But here's the thing. Firing Jeff, I don't even think it's firing Jeff. It's what replaces Jeff is what's more important about how you try to keep Angel, right? Period. You fire Jeff, but who are you putting there? You're gonna have to build some real trust with Angel because you've broken trust like twice now. You've broken trust twice now. But how this thing got handled. So it's not even just the firing of Jeff, it's how you replace it. Yeah, I'm with you, AB. I said sell the team, but if you're trying to get to a negotiation or a place where you're trying to say, hey, in good faith, will you give us another chance? We messed up. then it has to be with what are you replacing? Who are you replacing Jeff with? How involved is Angel in that process? And then you know what I'm saying, what are the checks and balances that y'all build in for her to be able to hold you accountable for not just the replacement of Jeff, but then what does the team look and build out and feel like as we go from what this new GM is? Because after Jeff, I don't, and then I don't know if that means that Tyler stays there when another GM comes in. I don't know, and I don't know if I haven't even researched if Angel wants to play for Tyler, right? Like I don't know that. I don't, at one point somebody I think was saying that Angel was like, "Hey, give Tyler a chance." I don't know how she feels about playing for Tyler now. Uh,
I
Rob, you got
mean,
thoughts on that?
if she said give Tyler a chance, you still got to put the pieces around her because what she's saying give Tyler a chance. She don't think Tyler's the issue. She just thinks that they don't have the right core pieces around her for them to be successful based upon the way he wants to play. So anytime you hear a player say give a coach a chance, it's because they all know in some way, in some form that, hey man, we just don't got enough pieces. We just don't got enough pieces to get it done. No matter how you want to slice and dice and put this person in lineup, put that person in lineup, move this person, move that person, we still ain't got enough. And quite frankly, right, when you look around the league, how many teams really do have a lot of like when you look at the bottom teams, how many of the bottom teams really got a lot of talent versus what you see at the top? A lot of these teams are top heavy. Like it's not really a lot of talent like they can really change a team momentum wise. Like you got your ages, you got your Stewies. Um, I'm not putting feet in that category, but like people that can really change the team and change the way to project the other team. There's really not a lot of those people in the league. So you have to really fill out with better role players. So from that standpoint, is how do we get better role players that are willing to come to Chicago that ain't been in
Here,
Chicago,
here,
understand
well,
what's
here's
going
the
on?
thing. Here's the thing. People that's been to Chicago and the people that ain't been to Chicago, it ain't getting them to come to Chicago. Chicago is fine. Chicago is one of the best cities in America in the summer. It's nothing like Chicago summer. Copper told you, and she from Philly. She calls Chicago home. And this is why the sale has to take place, because the reason why people aren't coming to the Chicago sky is because of the Chicago sky.
Yeah,
Chicago, the city, is not the problem. Even there, people are even willing to come and try to build with what you have there. But because you don't have a pregame meal, and we joke about that, but that's serious.
that's
Because you
serious.
don't have because you don't have a real facility, right? Because I'm walking around with my gym with my gym locker in my trunk because I can't even keep stuff anywhere, right? Like there's no, I don't even know if there's really a full medical staff. I don't know how you get recovery. I don't know how you take care of your body. I don't know how you work
Hey,
on your game. I don't know how you work on your craft. You're not even paying enough money to pay my rent in the places that I want to live in this place. So what are we talking about? The reason people aren't coming to the Chicago sky, and you have at least 30 probably WNBA former and current WNBA players that have told you it's because of you. We're not coming because of you. You won't even give us a piece of bread before the game. Stop playing.
but
They
see,
got to
here's
fix
my
that.
thing. Yeah, but see, my thing of it is though, how could you want to play for a coach if you in that same organization and the coach ain't doing nothing? Because for me, as a coach, right, I tell you, any team that I coach, I've always made sure like my
Good.
team had pregame meals and stuff. You know what I'm saying? At any level of basketball coach that I made sure my team had pregame meals or postgame meals, stuff like that. And so for you as a coach, not making sure that happening, the hell with the organization. You still getting a check too. You can make sure that your team got taken care of. You couldn't go out and get a sponsor to go make that happen. And you a franchise. You know what I mean? Business that would have signed up for that. All you gotta do is just ask. Just saying, man. It's. I wouldn't want to play for that. That's all I'm saying. But the organization is terrible at all time high. But I just don't. This whole rewarding Chicago All-Star game, man. It just threw me for a loop. I'm like, why? Just why? I mean, see, I hold everybody. Hey, AB, I hold everybody accountable. I hold the head coach and above accountable. Matter of fact, the assistant coaches, like even as the assistant coach, because I mean, you have to be assistant coach before you become a head coach. Even as assistant coach, shit, I would cook for my teams. Like, man, what playoff game and everything, bro? Man, listen, we cooking it up. I'm gonna make sure we got something to eat. We got something because it's like when you at lower levels, right? You got kids that they don't go eat at lunch and they don't do this. You got to make sure that they don't, you know what I'm saying? They got everything that they need energy wise, but maybe it's just me, you know. Yeah, but here's the thing though. It's a lot of players that gotta get their own shelves, security guards, things like that. It shouldn't be that way, but it is. You know what I'm saying? It's the price that comes with it. Chicago just poorly ran at the end of the day, and it sucks, right? That you have to see stuff from a different point of view as fans for y'all to really get the picture of everything. But every player has to get get their own private security. Now some of it is built in some people's contracts, things like that. But for the most part, everybody gotta get their own private securities. They gotta get their own shelves, things like that. It's only so much the team can do. But from Chicago, they not even doing the minimum things, like the minimum things. Like it ain't even some over the top stuff. They not even doing the minimum stuff to actually feel like you're wanted, you're needed, or anything like that. That's the real problem that you have with Chicago. Is like
and the
some of
problem
these
with that is
organizations
this though,
trying,
Rob.
they not even doing the minimum stuff. Go ahead, Steph.
Here's the thing though. The reason that they not doing the minimum is because the WNBA hasn't defined the minimum. The WNBA said you got $50 million, you can get a team here. You don't need a facility, you don't need a plan, you don't need a locker room, you don't need a meal, you don't need no meals, you don't need a medical staff, you don't need a wheelchair, you don't need nothing. But $50 million.
Yeah.
So because they don't value the product that they put on the floor or the resources that it takes to put on the floor, the human capital that it takes to put on the floor, and they feel like it'll be another crop of them in here next year, they don't. And so this is why this CBA thing is so important. Go ahead.
Now, sis, I ain't the smartest person in the world. I'm not. But every time you go like you have a business, right? You have a business model, you have a business plan, you have a 30, 60, 90. You have like actual things throughout the season. I mean, I want to know what that plan is. What that look like?
I have no idea. That's what I'm saying.
Like, I want to real life know what that plan look like for Chicago Sky. Because there is no way that y'all got a business plan, a business proposition, or anything about any level of how to take care of a player or how to take care of the organization.
Well, there's definitely no strategic plan for how they're rolling out the season. They're definitely not revisiting that. There aren't milestones. There aren't checks and balances. It's kind of like a free for all. We kind of, we take it as it comes. And for a great part of for some part of the season, you have to have some flexibility built into your organization because things will happen. Injuries, stuff comes up, breaking news, stuff happens. Right? Got to have some flexibility. But for overall, as an organization who's been here for 20 years now, you should have a Chicago Sky way of doing business, right? If you were to look at the two organizations, Golden State and Chicago, you would think Golden State was a 20-year organization in this league. And Chicago, this was their first year. The way they look this year, like, oh man, they're young, still got their little baby giraffe legs. They trying to get strong, everything weak, everything wind blowing them over. But Valhalla standing strong. They came in here with $50 million and turned that into a $550 million valuation or something, right? They haven't thrown one player under the bus. Every time somebody went down, the team stepped back up even stronger. Chicago, meanwhile, you got the general manager, the coach throwing their main player up under the bus, devaluing the players, and not figuring out how to even have team building. It don't seem like. And I see y'all saying in the chat, Angel lost some respect for Tyler. I just don't know. It doesn't look like it. They look like an organization that's trending in the wrong direction in Munyon season, and that's horrible.
I mean, listen,
they definitely hustling backwards.
I'm gonna just say this. I'm just gonna be real frank. Everybody on every team lose respect for the head coach. They always love the assistant coaches. That's just a matter of how it go. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Fair. Until you into that head job, like everybody is the respect level is always gonna be different, right? And I hate when people come out and say that notion of like she lost respect. Well, every player loses respect. I don't give a damn who the coach is. Every player loses respect for the head coach. They always love the assistants until they the head goddamn person. It's just what it is. That's just how life goes. Until you the top person of authority, they gonna lose some respect for you in some way, some fashion. Like it's just what happens. But I just wanted to address that because I just hate when people say that because it's that happens across the board no matter who the coach is.
I don't know why y'all even still talking about CC in my chat. She's an ambassador. Is she
She's
an
not even,
automatic all-star? Is
but
she an
they
automatic
trying to,
all-star next year?
yeah, they trying to justify, but it's like, yo, they didn't have the number one attendance, they didn't have the number one sales and all this. That went to Ball Holler. Like let's just cut it out, dog. Let's just cut it out. I know y'all want to proclaim they was one of the top, but they wasn't the top. Like just call it what it is, man. Trying to justify move the field goal post to justify something that don't even make sense. Come on, man. Gotta stop that. You're taking off from Jeff because he's a man of a black man. I don't even see sisters coaching doing anything. I'm sorry, he's not a good coach for Andrew. For me, let's say this. Let me just say something about the coaching thing. You can only like it don't matter that Tyler Mark's the coach or not the coach. It don't matter who you put in that position. The roster wasn't good enough for you to compete at any type of level. Like you can say however you want to see it, slice it and dice it, right? If you can't compare last year's, or you can compare last year's roster to this year's rosters. They're a little bit different in the aspects of it. But from a standpoint, right, they have more injuries sustained on this Chicago year's team than they did last year. So that played a little bit of part. But when you talk about coaches, it didn't matter if Teaspoon was there. It didn't matter if Tyler Marsh was there. They were incapable of flat out resources, right, to go out there and win. And that's the part that I hate about a lot of times when you put some of these black coaches and you give them opportunities is we don't never get the good opportunities. We always come into the subpar opportunities or to the bad opportunities, and we got to turn around. And then the moment we get it turned around, they're going to fire him anyway to bring in somebody else to coach him up. Just saying. It always happens that way. They're going to put you in there to fix everything up to where it needs to be. Once you start fixing it, once they start seeing things turning into a right direction, they're going to fire you to hire somebody else for somebody else to get the credit, and they're going to win the championship with that same roster you just went and built. It's been proven over time too many times. So the conversation of Teaspoon and Marsh and who should be there, who should not be there, it really don't matter at this point because they both are going to be in the same situation as lame duck coaches. They just going to be in the way until things get turned around. And the minute things get turned around, they're going to move them out the way and bring in another coach that can go win them the championship. It's just how it's been proven. All-Star Game in Chicago is to fool all the fan base across the nation to spend money and watch and support the league, not actual the players. I can agree with that, but also it should support the Chicago franchise. So the Chicago franchise is
No,
gonna be the
I
one that
don't.
wins.
No, I don't agree.
I can agree but disagree at the same time of it.
Why? So here's the thing. Why does the All-Star game being in Chicago fool fan bases across the nation to spend money? Wherever the All-Star game is, fan bases across the nation is gonna spend money. So it being in Chicago ain't specifically to fool all the fan base. If it was in Las Vegas, wherever it's at, if it's not paying the players what they want. See, here's the thing. Let me say this. It ain't no All-Star game if the CBA don't get handled. So if they ain't paying the players what they do, it ain't no All-Star game. So by the time the All-Star game show up, the players should be paid. They should have what they want from the league, and it should be happy. Everybody should be happy. So the money that you spend at that time to go to the All-Star game in 2026 should absolutely be in a 48 to 50% split with the players, or it shouldn't be one. I don't care where you have it at. If it ain't a 48, 50% on all 10 streams of basketball revenue, basketball related income, then it shouldn't be none. Then it shouldn't be one, period. Steven, you in the wrong chat. You're in the wrong chat. You the wrong chat. Them ain't the only two. The finals game this year was the highest game. It was the highest game watch, highest finals game watch since the inaugural season, and with neither one of them in the building. So
Hey,
it ain't
listen,
it ain't
you know
that.
what's crazy? It's like the ratings keep going up and all this, and then everybody want to just look at two people. Like it ain't just two people. Like the basketball across the landscape of the W is getting better, and it's allowing people to see it in a different view. But also the market ship of where the WNBA is placing some of these teams that is increasing. So the eyes of just women's basketball is growing at a different rate than what people are looking at. It ain't just one person. It ain't just two people. It's a collective group of these women. That's the reason why we're in the situation that we're in right now with the CBA. Because it's a group of women, not just one, not just two. It's a group of women that's making all this run. And we have to pay attention to that. We can't just say, "Oh, it's because CC." No, the league was already going for CC even got into the goddamn league. Let's stop that madness, right? The league was already growing, right? Did she come in and help? Yeah, but did she enhance it to some crazy? It did no, it didn't. All right, so the league is growing because of everybody that's watching basketball. Everybody's got their tunes on women's basketball, and women's basketball has been a better product than men's basketball. That's just what it's been. It's been easier to watch women's basketball games than it is men's, with all the crying and flopping, and you just getting tired of seeing some of the players. And there's no new wave of enjoyment from the men's side. So that's all.
And I'm not sure what you've been watching since Larry and Magic got to do with anything with the WNBA that we talking about right now, and the comment that you made about CC and Angel. I don't see the correlation. But help me understand. Because again, like I said, them ain't the two reasons. Them ain't the two main reasons people is watching. Did they bring some people? Sure, but stop helping push that bullshit narrative. That ain't why people is watching. The quality of the basketball product on the floor in the WNBA has improved tremendously. The parity across the league is crazy, and it's getting even better with the quality of the players that's coming out of college now. We finna see rookie classes coming here that we've never seen in the WNBA yet, because it's just 29 years old. They just finna get their first. They just finna get their first Jordan class. They just finna get their first 96 type class. They just finna get these type of talents coming in. They haven't had one season where they had multiple generational talents coming to the league. But they finna have multiple generational talents coming to the league back to back. That's gonna be game changing. It's gonna be game changing.
And you, hey,
So this ain't. And then the other thing that's gonna happen in this league that y'all haven't never seen in any other league before is that these women are coming in not only with the degrees that y'all made them go get. They're also coming in now now that NIL and collectives and revenue sharing have been in place for 4 or 5 years now. They're coming in already with a bag. They're coming in already with partnerships and collaborations with brands that you haven't even been able to bring to your table. So they're coming in a collaborative way that you haven't never seen nobody come to the league in. So the way that they finna have to deal with them is finna be totally different. So it's not just a business as usual type situation. This is game changing. This is culture shifting. This is redefining what business looks like going forward in professional sports. And you better have your eyes on it, because this right now is about getting to the equity. This right now is about getting to the bag for real. This right now is finna help build generational wealth across color lines, and that's scary. That's shifting. You ain't had that before. Got to get the
open up the
gatekeepers out
books.
the way. Yeah, stop pushing these bullshit narratives about two players, and let's really look at the money that these young people is bringing to this motherfucker, because they coming with it.
Hey, listen, and it definitely started before 2024. So stop with that logic. Stop with that logic, because this is already on a different trajectory way before 2024. Like y'all act like some of these players and what they doing wasn't already in the league before these players got there. Like we just blanked out on everybody that came in the league before they got there. the people that actually set milestones to get the league. Like if the league wasn't where it was before they got there, the league wouldn't be where it's at right now without them. Stop trying to demonetize that and devaluing what the product was before they got there. They helped them give them the opportunity to be able to grace the platform, to be able to see at a higher stage.
Well, the other thing that I want people to really keep in mind is that like this league is not 30 years old yet. It's not even 30 years old yet. And we compare it to leagues. How long NFL been around? And the NBA got what, 75, 76, 77 years, so almost 80 years old, almost a full life. They ain't 30 yet. Think about all the shit you accomplished in your life from 30 to however you years old now, right? No, I don't think it hurts Angel if she sits out for a season. I think it makes her even more powerful.
If I'm a player, I don't even allow that to happen. Did y'all see they tried to add the CBA that all branding and partnership has to go through them?
I ain't going for it.
I ain't going for that. ain't nobody going for that one.
You ain't gonna control my coin.
Yeah.
I file taxes, homie.
Mm-hmm. You gonna pay the taxes for it?
Yeah, no, we ain't doing that.
No, you ain't gonna pay the taxes for it. So, yeah.
And some of these brands wouldn't come to the table if it wasn't through me.
Yep.
And some of these brands, especially these black and brown owned brands that's really out here getting to the money, you wouldn't even sit down with them or notice them or knew nothing about them if it wasn't for me. So no, just like I got to come through your door, you got to come through mine. And that's different when we sitting at the table. It's different when I sit down and I tell you, even if you make your max 875,000, the top 5, maybe the top 10, if they didn't handle their NIL and they revenue sharing and everything right over their 4 years, they should have that already in the bank already. Blase sitting on 20 acres. Man, y'all see the money. Y'all see the money Juju moving with. Do y'all think that 850,000 y'all gonna be able to offer? That 250,000 you gonna offer a rookie? Really moves or shakes what Juju's able to do, especially when she's able to sit down at your table and say, "Let me see what y'all talking about. I'm gonna look this over. I got an unrivaled deal on the table. I got an upshot deal on the table. I got an international league deal on the table. I'm gonna take a look at all of them and see what's best for me, my brand, and my platform, and then I'll let y'all know. I don't have to sign here. See, it's different. It's different now. You gotta understand the business of this. Go ahead.
Think about it. If you took the top 3 players across the Power 4, right, that's gonna possibly play in the league, all of them are gonna make damn near $2 million before they even get to the league.
Easy.
Like, just think about it. When you initially get out of high school recruiting, that's gonna get you, you know what I'm saying, damn near close to $1 million just for them to sign you if you're a top 25, top 50 kid.
This money that they talking about giving them right now, 250,000, 500,000.
Yeah,
I get to pay my team with that. I'm gonna pay my team with the WNBA salary, man. Come on, what y'all got for them?
Yeah, that's before you even step foot to start dribbling the basketball. You're gonna get that, right? So then you talk about playing a season. So then I get to build my NIL. I get to build all my endorsements into that year. So that next year, whatever I already made before I start dribbling basketball, that number already tripled or double. So by the time I get done about this, I'm gonna walk out of college with a degree of at least $2.5 million in the bank and being able to do what the hell I want to do. So you think that I'm allowed the W to talk to me any kind of way and I already got more money than what you trying to offer me?
Right. Plus, if I'm smart, I'd have made a partnership with everybody that I like. I ain't paying for no clothes. I ain't paying for no shoes. Yeah. My branding is up.
It's up. Here's the thing. Don't be at a Nike school where that shit already built in. You feel me? That's
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, you know what I mean?
Whatever shoes you want.
But the other thing though, Rob, and we ain't gonna get too deep in this, is that it's already some states where they already getting their NIL check in high school. Yeah. So what is that? Sure. What is that money gonna look like? We ain't talking about $2.5 million by the time you leave college. We might be talking about $5 million, and maybe you don't even stay in the finish school, right?
But see, that's the thing of why in high school the landscape is changing about where you gonna play it, because if you go to the right state, you getting your NIL money for you. So hey, listen, if you're college, hey, I got to get that while I'm in high school. Before we even could talk about me pulling up to your college, I'm already getting that in high school. So If you think if I can get $500,000 in high school, what the hell you think you finna give me for me to sign a player to a college? Come on, man.
It don't even happen in the Men's National Basketball Association. You talking about them sitting at the table the way it is or what? In Gamecocks, let me know. I don't understand how the league think these college educated women will fall for their shenanigans. Or how they don't understand. These women just figured out. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. I was gonna say this, Shem. It's because they did it because y'all made them do this. If y'all would let them come into the league earlier, now I'm not saying that some of these girls won't graduate or anything like that, but because y'all forced them to go do this, now it's all this is gonna backfire on you. You put yourself in this situation. They didn't do it.
Well, the other thing though too is these women see that they were able to go and really on their own build relationships that raise capital that started a viable league that offers equity, right? So now I got options. That don't mean I have to go outside of the states that allow me to continue to build my brand in other ways. I can do Unrivaled, and then I could flip the script, and I might do like Angel and walk the Victoria's Secret fashion show. I may be modeling. I may be some of them is computer whizzes. Whatever it is, I got time to do other things right here attached to my brand, still growing. So. Yep. Oh, that's another great point. L504. Clutch Sports. They're not playing around about these women. They get to the money.
Hey, listen.
They get to the goddamn money.
That's actually you should be started to. Hey, listen.
Hey, Money Saver. I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm sorry, Rob. Let me say this real quick. I don't know how much the league minimum should be till they open up the books. Go ahead, Rob.
I'm gonna say this: it's two places that you should be signed with. If you're not signed with Clutch Sports, you better be signed with Young Money Sports. Them the two agencies. Young Money Sports, owned by Lil Wayne. If you a woman and you watching this, or you know somebody that got somebody Division I,
hey, and if y'all know, other ones,
I know
that's really taking.
I'm a partner.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
I'm a partner. I know somebody, but go ahead, sis.
No, I was gonna say, and if y'all know other places that's really taking care of these women, let us know, because I want to shine a light on them. Young Money, Clutch Sports, whoever those are, because it's some of them out here that ain't really about getting them to the money and making sure they taken care of. No, Clutch ain't playing about Asia, you know what I'm saying, Michelle? And we want to make sure that we are calling these things out so that people are aware. It's more than just the conversation starts at basketball, but it's so much more to it. At the end of the day, we talking about generational wealth. At the end of the day, we talking about being able to change communities, being able to empower young people, being able to build for the future, all off just dribbling this basketball. But we got to be able to understand the business behind that shit so that we can really get to it. High school NIL helps the girls who may not be D1. Absolutely.
Man, it benefits everybody. But
absolutely,
here's the downfall, right? Is people living through their kids and putting their kids in bad situations and not helping them understanding financial gains, financial structure, and beyond. That's what a real problem is with NIL. It's not the piece of. Go ahead, sis.
I mean, that's one part of it, but the other part of it is it's sharks out here. So it's people that's out here that's not here to teach you the business of it. So you got to be educated. You got to seek out that knowledge and understand before you sign these deals, so that you know what you getting into. Yes, there are parents out here trying to live vicariously through their kids, but it's also some bad deals getting done. And this kid's getting sent to the wrong schools for the wrong reasons, for the right prices, for the money that's going in the wrong pockets. And some of these kids are signing deals and they ain't even getting the most money out the deal. So
man, listen, there are some kids out here signing deals that ain't gonna never see that money, but it looked like they was gonna see that money. And now you get into a war that you gonna have to go get a lawyer, and you don't even got the money to go get the lawyer because you never received a check. But they sold you a dream. But because
you signed the deal,
because you don't know, that's why you in that situation. And
signed the deal and you ain't got nothing but a car to show.
Man,
you gotta get BMW. What happened to the?
Hey, listen. Don't let them go out there and buy you a car and not understanding what comes with it. Because that's the first thing. Oh man, go ahead, give me that car, man. Hey man, that new Mercedes, that new BMW, man, that thing looks sweet, man. Let me go get that. Yeah, what you got to do to maintain that? Because guess what? If your kid get hurt, they snatching that money. Unless you a top wanted kid, that money gone. So be mindful about what you do, who you sign with, and things like that, because some of it can be snatched from you so fast because you just don't know. And some of you might have to pay back. If your kid, they see a trajectory where you don't see your kid at, and your kid just so happen to just grow late and bloom late and end up making it to the league, they gonna come back and get that money from you, and you ain't even know they're gonna come get it. So just be mindful.
Oh yeah, there's sharks in the water. There's sharks in the water.
Hey man, everybody gonna tell you that they're good for your kid until you find out the real truth of the matter. Do your homework.
But you know, we're gonna get to the opening books in a minute. But today is Aces. So Aces is the champs. Aces is the champs, Rob. We're gonna get this parade. We're gonna get the parade in today, and then kind of moving into the offseason. We were looking at an article about how teams will look next season. Which WNBA free agents might be on the move for the 2026 season? Who's the biggest free agent out there?
Agent Wilson.
Okay, I agree. Who's the biggest? But in all fairness, you expect Asia back in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah.
So who's the biggest free agent? I should say. Let me qualify that with who's the biggest free agent that you expect to make a move out there?
Satu.
Really, Satu? Where do you see Satu and why? Why do you think? Why is she leaving, and where do you see she going? And why?
I don't have a destination on. I mean, it's a lot of people free agents technically. I don't have a destination to where she's gonna probably end up playing. But I could also understand if she left to go to Portland, up in Oregon, and her sister goes up there to Oregon with her, and Sabrina goes, and they try to recreate the Oregon Ducks. I can see that. But I think Satu is gonna be one of those ones that I got my eyes on right now. That I think she's gonna end up probably leaving Phoenix. I'm gonna say Oregon right now. I'm gonna say
so
Oregon.
You think Satu?
I mean Portland. Portland.
Okay, so you think Satu feels like she got a better chance of winning the chip with her sister and Sabrina than with Kai and AT?
Man, listen, Sass. I'm just gonna be quite frank. When you talk about Satu, I'm gonna start treating her like Courtney. I don't know if she even want to win a goddamn chip. I just think she's want to get her check, and it is what it is. I don't think she really wants to win a chip.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Hey, listen. When you want to win a chip, you got a different demeanor, a different act, a different swagger, a different motivation, a different hunger, different dog in you. Like that it clicks, right? I've seen Satu more motivated to win an Olympic gold than I've seen her trying to win the finals.
Okay. Stewie and the Liberty. Stu York. Man, I love it.
Stewie definitely out of New York. I'll push Stewie. I'll push Stewie up there. She definitely.
Stewie out? Stu York? You got Stu York out?
Yeah.
So let me ask you: is Stewie going with Brondello?
I don't.
And why do you think Stewie's out? Because Stewie was like, "I'm back. I'm standing 10 toes behind Sandy." So is it because Sandy's out? You think Stewie's out or what?
I think, man, Stewie knew Sandy was out. Right? But I've always said,
damn. Okay.
When they got up to that press conference and they flat out asked him that question, they knew Sandy was out. Both of them knew. Both of them knew that. They both looked at each other. Everybody looked at each other like, damn, how y'all find out? Y'all wasn't even supposed to find out till the news happened. How y'all find out?
Okay, so that's what you thought her what the fuck? You thought that's what that was about? Like how they know?
They knew. Okay. That's what the fuck? Like they knew what was up. They knew. Hey, listen, they didn't have to have no exit meeting. They knew when that reporter asked that they knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody. Right? For you to ask that question, you gotta know somebody because you ain't finna just come out and ask that question, dog. So from that standpoint, it was just all right. Now the cat's out the bag. How do we react to this? Now it's Sabrina goes with Brendello. Down in Dallas. The only reason why she's going down there to play with her is because it's a UConn Husky versus with a UConn Husky. That's it. Other than that, I don't see Stewie going to Dallas. I just don't picture Stewie in a Dallas uniform. Now, if Stewie goes to Dallas, does Enrique leave?
Good question.
That's the biggest question, right? For Dallas. Like, what do you do with Enrique? If you say, hey, we can get Stewie, but Stewie said, I don't want to play with Enrique, what do you do?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not on the Enrique got to get out of Dallas.
I'm not either.
Train.
But also,
and I felt like go ahead.
I'm not either, but attitude demeanor also mean a lot. Hey, what are you willing to sacrifice to win a chip? I'm here to win a chip. Are you gonna be willing to sacrifice what it takes to win a chip?
I felt like Enrique showed that last season. For everything that everybody tells me that Enrique is, I haven't seen it, except for in the season that I felt like she didn't have anybody on the floor to trust. I felt like she stepped back and bought into what they were trying to do, and that's Paige's team. I felt like her and Paige have built a chemistry and a synergy on and off the court. I feel like there are some like-minded individuals in a lot of spaces outside of just basketball, and they're looking forward to playing with each other. I think they're both Nike athletes. I think they fit together well. I think the AZ could even come in there and fit with them. Like I said, I felt like if it came down to they had to make a choice between Enrique and Chris, and I feel like they chose Enrique. So I don't think that Enrique has to leave. I think that, but I also keep hearing everybody keep telling me, hey, Auntie, it's Angel going to Dallas. So, if it's Angel in Dallas, is that Enrique, Paige, Angel, and AZ is, who's the odd person out if it's Angel to Dallas? So, it's interesting to watch. But I feel like with Enrique,
so I think
the situation with Paige is a good space for her. Go ahead.
I think a number of things plays in the situation like free agent, right? You got the WNBA draft, right? Where are you picking at? When the lottery, where are you picking at and start a free agent? I think that changes a lot of how you structure or what you want to do in the offseason, right? Especially from Dallas, right? Dallas lands the first and second draft picks. Okay, boom. We know we getting AZ for it. So now you got Paige, you got AZ for it. Now, does that make your decision on to keep Enrique or not to keep her? You can bring in Paige. Because think about it. If you take Enrique out, you add in AZ, you add in Stewie, you got 3 UConn players. All you gotta do is figure out the other 2 pieces, right? Well, one of those pieces is gonna be why am I drawing on the blank? Why am I drawing a blank on this kid name? Maddie Segrist. You got her, right? So that's 4. So you really just need a 5. You know what I'm saying? Find a center spot, which you got Lee Rue, but is that good enough?
There you go. Their 5th spot is gonna be Azurá Stevens. Remember, that's why Nola kept showing y'all Azurá at the 5, Azurá at the 5, Azurá at the 5. So we was like, Nola, don't put her out there no more. Let somebody else play. Yeah. Well, guess what? Azurá at the 5 in Dallas.
Yeah, Lee Rue was her backup. Yeah, I mean, and they'll be, bro, they can compete with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's if Stewie goes to Dallas,
it is amazing to me. I'm sorry, Rob. It's amazing to me that y'all keep saying that Chicago won't let Angel go. She make them too much money. Please go back
Nah,
and look at all of the stars that Chicago. Go back and really look at everybody that has come through Chicago. How much money Chicago let leave. Chicago. When me and Lil say in that Poly Sports episode that they just think it's that we'll get another one next year. That's how
yeah.
they feel. Think about that, y'all. The Chicago
Hey,
Sky are the last organization to win a championship besides the Aces and New York and the New York Liberty. What does that say about them?
and
Do they even
you would
look?
feel
Do
like
they
it's
even
one
look
off.
like a championship organization at all? Go ahead.
No, I'm saying you
I
would
wouldn't
think
mind
that
As Vegas either. Go ahead.
it was like Chicago was way far off for the way this team is. You would thought it's been like 15, 20 years since they won a chip, and they literally just won a chip less than 5 years ago.
21.
Less than 5 years ago, and they the worst organization in the league. Crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's wild.
You could at the end of the day, the GM could never want Angel, but Angel's there. There's nothing you can do about it. She's the most marketable player. But Chicago just don't care about their players. They just don't. That's been proven for so long. They just happened to land a championship. They got hot at the right time, land a championship. The organization didn't even believe in that team because they was a 500 team. They barely made the playoffs, and they just struck hot at the right moment in time. Won a chip. If you could have told that organization that, and before that 21 season, did they win a championship with Candace Parker? They wouldn't have believed that. They just got hot at the right time. But, we digress. We digress. So what's the next team, Sis?
No, wait. No, I'm sorry, Rob. I shift gears here. I try to catch things. You know me, I'm on site with stuff. King Lion
Yeah.
Ground in the building. What's happening with you? I was waiting. I had been waiting for you to pull up on us, fam. We wanted to get some clarification on again who your team is. Who is your team? Because you keep telling us UConn, but we ain't really seen a lot of UConn around the way you be posting and everything.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So we was wondering, and then I had seen something where you had posted that like Don was the second best coach in the SEC, but it really should be Kim or something. So I was wondering if you could, while you was here, if you could, yeah, WNBA, NCAA, yeah, all everything. You had said UConn and everything was the NCAA team and everything, but a lot of LSU stuff, a lot of LSU stuff seemed like. So I was just wondering, are you really an LSU fan? And then again, your comment about Kim and everybody, if you would please.
Uh-oh. Yeah, man. We need that. We need those teams, dog. We need those teams.
Cause see the one thing. Well, but okay, so you're not a LSU fan. Do you post a lot of LSU stuff in your social media?
Bro, that's weird, bro. Bro, we go with the weirdest again.
I'm asking because I mean
Okay, we got a Michigan fan in here.
Okay.
UConn is the standard. How is UConn a standard? You don't post anything about UConn.
Oh, Artemis, we ain't talking to you.
Yeah.
And we should lose to Texas and LSU. That was something else that I guess you had said out in the social that I was wondering about. So I don't know if you let me know. Because it's some receipts that came in. And so people was asking me because it's like, one thing about here is I am who I am. Every time who I am. Rob is who he is. We stand on business and we stand on what it is that we say, and who are you is a real thing. Right. And so this community is built on trust in what you say you is. So do you have a social media platform that got your name on it that got a whole bunch of LSU stuff on it?
How you saw that too? Bro, what's going on, dog?
It's a lot of people that saw it. I mean, the people that seen the receipts in the chat. I mean, y'all free to speak up. Let's talk about it. We here. We're a family. We're a family. So that's not your social media platforms, or what you telling us?
Hey man, boy, y'all be killing me with all these anonymous platforms, alias. It's crazy right here.
Because the one thing that I respect about the people that come in here that aren't South Carolina fans and really genuinely participate in the conversation, they come in like Mondo and say, I'm UConn, I'm standing on that through and through. I'm LSU, I'm standing on that through and through. Not I'm South Carolina when I see you, and LSU when I see you, and I like Tennessee too, and I'll put on this. They're not all. We're not all that. We call it how it is, but listen, we was just wondering. Are you still here?
Oh, buddy.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, buddy.
Rob, you wanted to talk about something else? I'm sorry. Oh,
oh, buddy.
was it Twitter? Is it Twitter? Twitter? Is that where you at on Twitter? Let us know. I don't know.
Oh, buddy. I was just getting to the next. I was just, getting to the next team, whatever team that was, man. Until we got magical teams up in this thing.
His name and he shall appear. What up, Mondo?
Hey, man, I just want to know what some people be infatuated with Kim about, man. What they be infatuated with?
What you mean? What you mean? In what sense?
Just in general, like what is it that they like about Kim? That's all.
You mean as a coach?
Yeah.
I mean, listen. I think Kim got a lot of charisma. When she sit down, she sell you. Hey, she sell you on what it's gonna be, what you can be, what the program gonna do, all of that, right? I think she's that.
Nah, she can't. She just can't sell me, dog. I'm just, I don't know. She just can't sell me. I'm just kind of. I mean,
She can't. Okay, let me ask you this: she couldn't sell you now, or she could never sell you.
She could never sell me. That's the thing.
Okay. Okay. And that's what and the meaning that I'm like, maybe she couldn't sell you now with everything that you know.
No, I mean, but
about how this thing worked, or just even as a kid, you wasn't going for it.
I wasn't going for it. Hey, the minute you told me, hey, I don't develop kids, ain't nothing you can
okay.
say.
So here we go. Cause see, I don't got time, and you ain't answering. And then I said, "Is this you?" And you was like on Twitter, right? And I said, "Yeah," and you ain't said nothing back. So I'm gonna just let the fam make a judgment. I ain't got time to keep playing. Here it is on site. It's Friday. Hot takes. Let's get to it. You talking in the chat now? Talk to us about this right here. Is this you? That was a comment that you made, and it was about championship in terms of championships won, right? I think Don runs the SEC 11 out of 12 years. So this you? This what we trying to get to right here. This you? Right here. This you? On X. This you? UConn fan, right here. You said Asia Wilson, Celtics Nation. This is who you say you are. But then this all you repost.
Yes, MJ. Moki says she don't develop kids.
So they was asking, are you an LSU fan or a UConn fan? That's what they was asking.
MJ, where you been at? She says her job is to win games, ain't to prepare you to the WNBA. What you been missing, MJ? When is Kim told you she developed pros? Huh? She flat out been on record saying, "Hey, my job is not to get you ready for the dub." Like that says, "Hey, I don't develop kids. That my job is not here to develop you. My job is here to put the product out there and win games. Find a way to win games."
Okay, so
you said I don't care what an LSU fan tell me. Hey man, I ain't seen one LSU fan that came in here stand on 10 toes and felt comfortable about what they came out their mouth. Outside of, man, we'll see.
Hey, Yolanda, what's up?
That's the only thing an LSU fan have ever told me that I've ran into. Hey, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. That's it. Ain't none of them feel confident about nothing they be saying about the roster of the team, who the leader is on the team. Kim up here trying to convince you that she found the leader on the team, but she don't know if they could be a leader on the team and they need to step up and be the leader on the team.
Mondo say, Kim ain't wrong. Her job is to keep her job. You're right. You're
You
right.
right
It
about
is.
that.
It is. It is. You're correct. You're correct. I ain't mad at that.
But
So,
here's the thing though: if you develop kids and you do right by kids, you get better kids, and then you don't have to go through
so,
the transfer portal.
oh yeah, absolutely. So, I think what King Lion Crown said was that Kim is over Dawn because Kim got more championships. I think that was
Oh man,
what the comment was.
come on, man.
I think that was what they said. That was a comment that I made, and it was about championship in terms of championships won. I think Don was the SEC 11 out of 12 years.
So here's the thing though. Here's the thing. You know, coaching changes every year, right?
That was the answer.
You can build on your resume, or your resume can just stay the same. And as more you win, the more you just start surpassing things. Kim has more national championships, but Don has surpassed her by overall championships of SEC, right? Which, shit that Kim don't care about, right? But what have you done lately? What have you done lately, Kim? I digress. Go ahead, sis. You got it.
So here's the thing that I think about when I think about like the Moki comparison. How long Kim been coaching?
For too goddamn long.
So I think one of the things that I don't think that people really, I think when they compare these coaches, and some I don't really talk about a lot because then you really have to get into like coaching, right? So it's like Kim Mulkey has been coaching for 39 years, right? She started as an assistant at Louisiana Tech in 85, and she became a head coach at Baylor in 2000. She's entering her 40th season last year as a career as roles as assistant, associate head coach, and head coach, right? Dawn was playing in the WNBA and then she became a head coach. She wasn't an assistant. She wasn't an associate head coach. She wasn't none of that, right? So while Kim had this run up to learn how to be a head coach, Dawn got dropped into a head coach. 39 years and she's won 4 championships, right? Dawn Staley's been coaching
once every 10 years.
Dawn Staley's been coaching 25 years and she's won 3. If the trajectory continues the way it is, I would say that Dawn ends up with a more successful career than Kim. Am I tripping? No, if we really break down like what the experience level was and where we came from, and you really went and wanted to be a coach, and I was over on another job, and they was like, "Hey, can you come over here when you get off and fix this team?" And I was like, "I see what I can do," and turn that into a winning type of program too. For as much as you can, I think Dawn's limitations at Temple wasn't her ability to coach; it was her ability to be able to convince people to come play at Temple. That's what I think it was. She basically, I think, leveled out at the level of talent that she was going to be able to bring to a program like Temple, and had to go to the next level. Power 4 type school, Power 5 type school.
Yeah, I mean the money, the resources, everything. It's just you couldn't get that at Temple.
It wasn't going to be there at Temple. It wasn't going to be there at Temple. But I think that gets overlooked in the story of Dawn's coaching, like how she got to coaching. Some of these coaches that they talk about Dawn with, they was coaches and assistant coaches and coached at the high school level and coached at the AAU level and did a whole lot of coaching. Dawn played basketball and went to coaching as a second job.
But here's the thing, says they never, when it come down to like really talking about it and how it's done, people don't want to have that conversation. They just want to say the end results of it. Well, she got 4, Don got 3. Well, how many years did it take her to get that 4? Then it took Don to get the 3. Make it make sense. This is common math. Like if it took you 30 plus years to get 3 chips, that means every 10 years you're finally figuring out how to get to be number 1. But in less than 20 years, I got 3 of them things. But in reality, if you really want to make it make sense, like for as long as you was at this program, how long did it take you to get this many chips? When she was at this program and this standpoint of, hey, from this standpoint to this standpoint, how long did it take her to get these many chips? Like, it's just common sense stuff. Like, who's the better? Like, it's always gonna be subjective, right? Who the better
So
coach is,
here's the
right?
thing. But here's the thing. If you think about it, it took Kim 15 years to get her first head coaching job. From the first time she started as an assistant coach, it took her 15 years to get her first head coaching job. Right?
Yeah.
They compare Dawn to Gino, like, look how long it took her to get her first championship. Right? Her first championship from the time that she got to South Carolina. I think that's wild. She built the program from the ground up with no other coaching experience other than I got dropped into being a head coach. They told me Kim Mulkey can give my twins in the WNBA. I'm like, wow, Asia Wilson is the best women's basketball player in the world. I'll take Lee Dawn Staley. That's what they told you, Londa. They get the twins in. Man, tell them quit playing.
Listen. Hey, man. They gotta stop with the line piece, man. Hey, listen, you should have hit them back. Damn, who y'all developed down there? That was you should have really asked them. I know that y'all say y'all can do right by my twins, but who y'all really developed down there? That y'all went out and flat out recruited from the start of this, and they play all 4 years there. Let me know. I'm still waiting on that person at LSU.
In the meantime, we do know that this is a community. Michelle, aka 85 Fly, has called for a vote. Is there a second? Is there a second to the vote on whether or not this profile stays associated with the platform? Can we get a second? Is there a second in the chat? If we get a second in the chat, then we'll vote. If we get a second in the chat, then we'll vote. Let me know.
Hey, man,
all right,
man, Miss Hall, I apologize for the foolery of them to saying that they can make that happen because they know.
Okay, it looks like we got a second in the chat for a vote. One. Gamecocks fam, second. We got a couple seconds in the chat. One. If they stay, 0 if they go. We are a family. Vote 1 if they stay, 0 if they go. Let us know.
Man, I had to apologize for the foolery, man. I'm just sorry, man. Give me some concrete evidence to show me what you developed in 4 years of a big. Now, you're barely getting a guard right now with Flage and MK. But you're talking about a big? Been there for 4 years that you developed? That made it to the league? Oh, nah, miss me with it. Go lie to somebody else.
So, here's the thing. Is that what you really want to hear? And I'm just going to back up for a second. Is that really what you want to hear from a coach on your recruiting? When you're trying to recruit you, that I can get you to the WNBA, or should it be more about what I can develop and get you and help you grow in a college setting and in that space? Is that what you really want to hear at that time when the college coach is there about the pro? What is that? Let me know.
For me, I don't even want to hear none of that. What I want to hear is, and this is just me personally, right? It ain't about what you can do for kid. Hey, what are my flaws in my kid right now that you see? Because I know my kid is not a finished product. What are the flaws of my kid, and how are you going to help them get better to become better adults? That's what I want to know. Just to even start the conversation off. What does that look like? And if you can't give me an example of what that looked like, I can just go ahead and move around. Hey, man, we appreciate the visit. Let's go ahead and meet and greet, do all this, blase. We out, man. We ain't even dealing with that. Because when I walk into Don Staley, what's he gonna do? Hey, I see what your kid has done. Here's the things that your kid needs to work on. When she come here, this is what the day-to-day structure look like and how she's gonna get better. Because she showed me that. But when I go to a different program, I need to see what that looks like. So explain to me what that looks like so I can understand. And if you can't explain that to me, man, you just wasting my time, man. Appreciate your time. Hey, I can go to Gino. Hey, Gino, what that plan look like? Is my jury he gonna put on that piece of table, on that table? He also gonna have a plan on what that looks like, or what my kid needs to be better at, how he's going to put a plan in place to make sure that they help them get better so they can move on. Now that's all I'm asking for. Give me a plan of what it look like when my kid is here for 4 years, what it's gonna look like. That's it. That's the only thing I care about. If you can't give me a plan and all you can tell me is I can help your kid get to the league, oh, that sounds good. But if I go and I start looking back at your resume for where my kid played that position at, and you ain't got a kid that's been in the program 4 years and been on your tools and been at it and developed, and you got another kid behind it that they can second or third that, man, what we talking about? Because that ain't true. Because nowadays, kids are not going to stay at a program 4 years. It's hard for a kid to stay at a program for 4 years with how much money's been thrown out. And I'm not a fan of kids jumping programs, but I understand when you getting lied to, you gotta do what you gotta do. But when you about business and you real about putting a real life plan together, a kid's gonna stay there. They're gonna value that. But if you don't bring any values and all you finna do is just throw a bunch of lies out there and hope that I believe one of them, you're in a lose-lose situation. And those are the things that you have to take into account when you're talking to these college coaches. Cipher what's the BS, what's the realness, and how does it really benefit for everybody? Because at the end of the day, you want your kid to be in the best position to succeed on and off the court. Not just financially, but how do they grow and become a young adult? How do they grow on their own, understanding what adult is and how to live on a day-to-day basis, right? What kind of education they getting? All that's gonna line up and matter. So, yeah,
Absolutely. So I mean, and it's always a great conversation when we start talking about how these kids can make these decisions better. And I don't want to keep everybody here forever. We already, so we're gonna hit on a couple more teams. If you still got a few
man. Y'all know when I go down there. Y'all know when I start going down that one. Hey, listen. I done been through many of these recruiting visits. I be listening to, man, that ain't what it is, dog. You ain't gotta lie to me, man.
So they got some teams that they call it the most difficult teams to predict what they should do. You got time for these? You know which ones I'm talking about? Right. Okay, so the Connecticut Sun. Okay, now they got off to a rocky start, what they say. Mm-hmm. But they got a nice young core. Layla Lacan, Sanaya Rivers, Lisa Morrow, Aaliyah Edwards, right? They got to make some decisions. Mabry, Charles, stuff like that. The franchise, they got to, they got to firm up some answers. What do you do there?
I just to comment, Ms. Hall. Hey, I love it. I love it. Stay on that. Hey, those things matter. Hey, what happened? Hey, listen. I need you to know. Hey, if it's not basketball related, what you gonna do? What you gonna do to help my kid? What profession can you help my kid get into if they don't make it to the league? What that look like? I love that. I love that one. I love that. But back to your point. When it comes to Connecticut Suns, I like that young core. But what veterans can they bring in to surround that young core? Or do they just stay off that young, right? You want to have a veteran or two in the locker room just to help them grow, to understand the game, things like that. But the young core that they got, I definitely agree. Like it's so hard to figure out what to do with the team because it's like, all right, you got a 1, 2, 3, possible 3.5, 4, as far as players that play on the court. So how do you fill in that 5 spot, or how do you, what is missing?
Mm-hmm.
And do you keep Mayberry and Tina Charles back again? And if so, what do you do to help continue to develop the kids that you have? So they're in a kind of a weird situation. They're in a weird situation, and it's really there's no right or wrong answer in that situation. It's either you're gonna add more veterans to the situation, or you just gonna add more young players to the situation. Like which one you want to go with it?
But and I don't even know if they have a draft pick available. Do they draft another young player if that's you, or do you move off the draft pick and bring in
Connecticut?
Yeah,
Connecticut got draft picks.
I can't remember off the top of my head, and I just don't want to. I don't want people to be like, "Oh, they traded it to so and so." Yeah, I can't remember. If they got one, do they use it? You said they got some. So do they use the draft pick, or do they trade it for some
They
more
got
veteran to deepen a bench? I don't have it pulled up in front of me, so that's
they
why I
got
didn't
they
want to
got two they
speculate.
got two
But go ahead.
first round picks.
What do you do with them?
Yeah.
So are you drafting, or you trading them picks?
Where are the picks gonna land at? That's gonna be the key, right? Where do those picks land at?
Where do they have to land at for you to keep the picks?
I would say top 7-ish.
Okay.
Between 7 and 8, somewhere in there.
At least if one of them land there, you keep that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because
And
I think
you move up that.
when you look at the top 8, right? You got the center from overseas, who I think they're gonna probably end up letting. She's gonna be, if you're smart, and this just reality. If you're smart, you're gonna take the girl from overseas first because she's the youngest out of everybody. She's gonna be still 19.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna have way more room to grow, develop, and whatever you need to do to mold her to whatever you want her to be. So you smart, you take her number 1, right? AC Floyd's gonna go number 2. That means Lauren Best to go 3. So then you're gonna have a run of guards. So then by the time you get to like number 8, you're still in that realm of Okot, Sarah Williams, trying to think who else. I'm trying to think who else is a big that you'll be fighting for. But you'll be in that realm of drafting one of those in the top 8. So from that standpoint, that can give you a future big that's that can come in and make a quick impact for you, that can have a long term on the franchise. Because you don't really need to take another guard. You just don't. Like, you got too many of them. So if you can find a 4 or a center, you'll be fine. Yeah, depending on her season. I just think Okot's season is going to be better than Baker's season. So I'm saying I would be fighting for Okot, sitting at that 7-8 spot. So, and I know she's not high on people's job boards, but she's going to fly up people's job boards when people can see that, her game and what she's worked on and how strong she's got. So.
They say 8 could be Janiah Barker too, depending on the type of year she had.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it ain't about money.
Just long as you get to number 7 and LSU, keeps the trend of being picked at number 7. I mean, anything's possible.
AZ to Seattle.
Okot
over. Okot over BG for you. I can see that. For sure. But okay, so let's talk Okot for a minute. Because if I get in a perfect world, Medina gets more eligibility, and so then she's back at SC next year. That's I mean, I don't think that. I think, what did they say? They were trying to count the play that she had over in Kenya, and they were saying that that's not the same quality of D1 basketball here, and so she does have like I guess she not a red shirt year, but some kind of request to the NCAA. Y'all help me in the chat if I'm messing that up. If I'm misremembering.
But I think it's gonna be hard to turn down, a top 5 pick. I mean, now we are talking about the dub, right?
Hey, listen now. Listen, if they're gonna let that Gamecock go top 5, go for sure. Don't turn that down.
I'm just for me, I'm looking at it as I'm getting a player from Don Study system that has that type of size, that type of length. When you're already coming in with a Lauren Best that's 6'7", you're coming in with another chick from overseas that's 6'5", 6'6", like that's gonna be hard to turn down a top 5 player, and she can shoot the 3.
Let's talk about it.
She can do so much versatility wise. It's gonna be hard to keep her out of top 5.
If Okot cooks bets this year and cooks beers this year, where does that leave him?
Number 1 player on the board. Number 1 player on the board. The problem is when you got the chick from overseas being 19 coming into the draft, It just gives you more because it's not. You know how I go, right? You know, the less years you got on the player, the less tread you got on the tire, the more flexibility you got to train and do and mold them to whatever you want to do. So,
Totally.
from that standpoint, it's kind of hard for a GM to say, man, if she's 19, and that you know you got to you're gonna take a chance on somebody that's 23, 24 in that situation. Like that's a big gap. You feel me? So I could see why they take her number one, but I'm not gonna say that she needs to go number one.
I got you. You said, but Flau'jae want to be the number one pick too.
Flau'jae
Okay,
being
you
number one
just
pick
saying.
where? Come on, man, stop it. Come on, MJ, don't
MJ
get this
said.
on
MJ
stuff
said.
out
He
there,
said.
dog.
He just saying. He just saying. Oh,
Don't
nice.
get those stuff out there, dog. I ain't even gonna put that on the air. Come on. Now, it's a lot of things that people want to be number one pick, but what's the point of being number one pick? That's a lot of accountability. I don't know if you're ready for all that.
What they asked Janai about? Tell me. You got to remind me. I don't see what Mondo said. What did he say?
Miss Hall, I know it's always about the money with a lot of people, man. They just they living through they kids, but there are a lot of families that's out here that don't need the money. They don't desire like it's a benefit, it's a plus, but like it ain't it all be all. And some people it's more about educational development, things like that. But it's all about, you know what I'm saying, what you prioritize, what you and your kid prioritize, right? In the recruiting landscape, right? What's the plan that you set forth of everything? And I think that's a lot of things that people miss. A lot of these people don't actually truly have a plan when they talking to these universities. They just listening to the pitch and they just settle on BS. That's all. If you want me to be honest though, Seth, I don't think Lauren Beth's gonna have a season like people think she's gonna have though. If you want me to be honest. There's your hot take for the day.
6'7". What that mean? That's just it's that so ain't it? That's what I thought. I don't know. I 6'7". What that mean? It's just so, but I don't know. I could. I might got it wrong. I
Because you
that
can't teach 6'7".
that's what that's what the young people say, wrong. You can't teach 6'7", but still 6'7". What that mean? It's like
Hey, she can go out
so.
there
It
and be
could just
Kwame
mean
Brown.
anything.
She can go out
But
there and be Kwame
here's
Brown.
the thing.
All right, let me
I
stop
think
talking about
Betts.
my Colorado
You
kids.
think Betts? You think Betts had the same exact season? I don't think it's the same exact season because it ain't the same exact people around her, and she's not gonna have the same exact challenges. So I don't think it's the same exact season, but I think it's the same exact spotlight and pressure. And you got to deliver right now. You got baby sis down there.
Only the reason why
They want you to. They want you to.
her scoring,
They need you
but
to elaborate on your Betts hot take, right?
that
Malik
ain't gonna
James,
be
what's happening? Go
that
ahead.
it ain't gonna be the same.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's break this down. All right, so Lauren Bennett scored 20 points and 9.5 rebounds last season. I don't think she's gonna get to 20 points. I think she'll be around 16 to 18 points. I think she's gonna see a decrease there. And she's really not a good rebounder. Now, I know the numbers might say she gets 9.5 rebounds a game. But when you look at a lot of her rebounds, it's really no effort put into it. It's just because she's 6'7" and she's just been able to reach over people. But when she plays into games where she has to go be the rebounder and she has to go dominate the glass, she ends up with 5 or 6 rebounds in those type of games, which are always the high marquee games or where it means more, right? Now her numbers gonna always fluctuate because of the simple fact of when they don't play nobody, they're gonna throw the ball to her 40, 50, 60 times a game for her to go get her points. When it's time to go play somebody and when it means something and she's got a real true matchup, somebody that can match up against her, she's struggling in those type of games. But for me, I look at key areas, right? When is she going to improve at the free throw line? I see like there are certain things that you should see as you grow into college, as you improve over there. Now, I'm more harder. on Lauren Best than a lot of people are, just because I've seen this kid for a long period of time. I've known the family, yada yada yada. So I'm gonna be a little bit more harder on her, because I just truly believe that I don't think this season gonna go as planned like they think it is, because I don't see the growth maturation, and I just think that Lauren Best needs to improve overall as a player, as far as being able to pass the basketball, the ability to shoot free throws, the ability to just shoot overall, on the floor, of 15 footers, 18 footers out on the floor. Um, and then just because you're 6'7" don't mean that you don't have to shoot mid range shots like that. Those are things that could definitely happen. So I just don't think that it's gonna be the way things are gonna happen when she go up against the marquee matchups, and she's gonna have to play Reagan Beers this year. So
Mondo
hopefully,
Mondo has a question for you. But
maybe three dribbles next season, Rob. We'll see.
what is the biggest leap that you need to see in her game? Is it the rebounding? Is it the mid range? What is it?
To be honest with you, it ain't nothing offensively. It's defensively. I need to see her more active defensively.
Okay.
And what I mean by being more active defensively is sitting in a defensive stance, being a more of a rim protector. Because even though she's 6'7", she don't really get a lot of blocks that she should be. She don't really alter a lot of shots that she should be. So I want to see her mobility laterally moving defensively. For me, right? That's one of the jumps I want to see. And then two is just, improving as a shooter, a passer, and making free throws.
Okay. All right. And
Because
that's
if
what
you
you think brings her success.
yeah, if you smart, you just go hack a shot. Man, she gonna shoot 60%. And when it gets to clutch game, it's gonna go down to 50%. So she gonna make one out of two. There's no way. You're gonna beat them every time.
All right. Next team. Los Angeles Sparks. They got Kelsey Plum. They got Hamby, who they're probably gonna re-sign. They got Brink. They got Jackson. I believe that Fago is a part of their future, but they may not. That's just me. I'm biased. They got to figure out what to change to get over the hump to get into the playoffs. Rob, what do they do?
They're in the most weirdest position.
But they do got but they do got a new facility on the way, so they got that going for them.
That's cool, but they're still in the. They're still in the.
I said what wrong? Gamecock fan, let me know. I don't know what I
Yeah,
said wrong.
they're in the weirdest
Whatever I
position
messed up. You always mess up. Go ahead. Oh, I'm
because
sorry. I'm sorry, Rob. Kelsey, the offense Plum. I forgot. You're correct. She was off. That you're right. The offense Plum.
the reason why
My
they're in the
bad.
weirdest
You're right.
position is because you got Kelsey Plum, you got De'Arica Hamby, right? Those are your two veterans, your two people that's your leading scorers, right? But then you got your youth movement with Brinks and Rakia, what to do with them, with also understanding what you're gonna do with Sweet Baby Ray. That's they're just in a weird situation of understanding who when they go to run offense, who is going to be the point focus of the offense. I don't know if they're going to ever figure it out, because 1 minute it could be the offense, and then the next minute it could be the Rakia show. Then the next minute it could be the Hamby show. I don't think Azrae's going to be there, so that's why I didn't say Azrae. I don't think she's going to be. I think she's gone. Just due to the fact of they got Brinks there and they got Fagan behind her, so they don't need Azrae anymore. They just needed her last year because they had no Brinks there. So I think they're fine. I think they'll be fine there. They just got to go find a backup for. But for me, it's who do they go find at point guard that can really settle down and get them into sets where they understand what they're trying to get accomplished. A lot of times they're out there just playing just like it's AU basketball. Like there is no meaning of possession. There's no meaning of shots. There's no meaning of quality touches on who needs to touch the ball when they're hot. there's just a lot of things just like simple basketball stuff of understanding that, hey, when somebody's hot, get them the goddamn ball, move the hell out the way. Those type of moments from LA. So they're just in a weird spot of, do they go with the youth movement, or do they continue to run this flow of the old heads versus the youth on the team?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You got two championship players versus you got upcoming players trying to get to a chip, but they can't mesh it all together. So
okay. Minnesota Lynx.
just blow it up.
They
Just
got.
blow it up.
Oh wow.
Just
Okay.
blow it up. Just blow it up. I ain't even finna waste time with them. Just blow that shit up, man. Just blow it up, man. It ain't finna work.
Right.
No more electric sliding. No more 1-2. You know what I'm saying? None of that. Just blow it up. Just blow it up and get done with it.
Okay. New York Liberty.
Just blow that up too. Just blow it up. Blow it up. That's done too.
So you blow it up, and you got Stewie out. I think Sabrina's out, but they tell me she's very connected to the ownership there. So would Jonquel be the piece that you grow around there?
I think Sabrina's on her way to Portland. I ain't even finna hold you. I just think she's on her way to Portland.
We talked about it. That's what I thought too. But
I think Sabrina, Sock 2, and the other Sabri, I think they all three of them on their way to Portland. That's what I truly believe. I think they're part of that thing. So it's really gonna be by default bit around JJ. What does that look like?
Well, I wonder. I didn't have JJ in New York next year. But interesting. Okay, you said blow them up too. Seattle Storm.
Now here's the thing. We don't even know who's gonna be the head coach in New York. They ain't said not one word of who they thinking about being a head coach. Get any hints about who's gonna be the head coach. This just turned into an ultimate clusterfuck up there. So that's why I said blow New York up.
Seattle. That's fair. Yeah, Seattle.
Get rid of NECA, get rid of Skyler. Let it ride. Keep everybody else, just get rid of those two. Let it ride.
Do you see a landing spot for NECA and Skyler?
Honestly, don't care. I actually don't care where Skyler go, and I don't care where NECA go. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't care. I really don't care where they go. Just get them out of Seattle and just keep everything else and let it ride out and just go add some quality pieces behind it. Right? Just let Willa be the point guard. Let Sykes be the 2. Let Gabby be the 3. You got Horston to be the 4. You got Malunga to be the 5. And then you got Tiff on the bench. Just go find, 7, 8, 9, 10. And just let the key pieces go.
Oh, Gamecock fan, please tag me in the mention if you don't mind. I would like to see who they consider for New York. Does Asia ever leave Vegas? I don't think so. I don't think so. I keep telling y'all, I would consider it if I was her, but they keep telling me, Vegas is Asia's. So
I mean, you pretty much you built Vegas, so it's like it's kind of hard to be like what I built for me to leave, and I got 3 chips in the last, 4 years. It's kind of tough.
Yeah, exactly. I got it. I got another topic. One other topic, and I forget. Somebody sent me an email. I think it was Doc in the chat. So he reminded me. He was asking about like all the ACL injuries, right? And that we see, and is it that the ladies are more prone to the ACL injuries, and then Chloe, and I think at one point she was going to try to play through it, and I remember it reminded me that at one point you had talked about the fact that the mother of your son actually played through the ACL, and man, how is your son, bro? I never asked about him. We fam. I never asked. I got to do better about that, bro. I hope I never asked about your son, bro. My bad. I'm gonna be better with fam.
Oh no, you good. His birthday was last week, so he just
that's what's up.
Yeah, he just celebrated another year.
That's what's up. But I want to know, like, when you look at the ACL, it made me think about, she said she was able to play through it, and you said it was a terrible amount of pain. What does a grade what grade does the ACL tear have to be like, sit down, we got to do the surgery versus play through? Any idea there? And
you got to be torn off the bone.
Okay. And is it? And when we talk about like the mother of your son playing through the pain, I don't know if she was, WNBA level or where she was going with it, but does it matter if to taking that risk and playing through it? Does it matter what year you are in school? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to
So
get it. If you're a
it's
junior, you should try to play through it. What are your thoughts there? And
it's
if you think it's more prone for the women?
what's crazy is she played majority, like she toured in her senior year and played with it all the way up until like I want to say junior year of
Mm-hmm.
college with a torn ACL.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay.
And so here's the thing though, like she went and played Division 1, but they don't. If you don't play Division 1, they don't do real medical history on you. They really don't go and like do a real medical check. They just say, "Hey man, can you bend over, touch your toes? Can you do this, all that?"
Mhm.
They don't
Really?
really They don't really diagnose and really like go through medical reports to
They say
see
you don't
what.
get a body scan. You don't get a body scan going into D1 school. You don't
No,
MRI.
in Division 1, I'm talking about non-Division 1
Oh,
stuff. You
not
don't.
Division 1. Okay, my bad. Okay, I
Yeah,
got you.
you
Okay, I got
don't.
you.
Yeah, you don't get all that. Like once you get to the. So here's what happened most of the time, right? I give you a better example, right? When most kids
Mm-hmm.
transfer, you don't know what you're walking into. A kid could be
Got you.
going
Okay.
crazy at another school, and you don't even know that they got a banged up shoulder, they got torn ligaments. You don't know none of that stuff until they sign with you and you get to put them through the physical.
Wow. Hmm.
So that's not like, because it's like, hey, if I'm at another school, why am I gonna show that information? Let them go on to that other school. We know that we just rolled this player out and they damaged goods, and that's why we did what we did, and that's why we didn't give them no more money. So if you want to go to the portal, go
Okay, but
ahead.
okay, so when you get ready to do your transfer or whatever, right? Because the two coaches talk. So you saying the coaches don't divulge that information?
No, why would I? I'm gonna just tell you about the character of the player. I'm gonna let you make the decision.
Because I'm getting ready to spend some money. You said
What
these
I'm
you said these you said these quarterbacks is out there going 5 million, 7 million, $3 million.
but
You
why
ain't
am I
gonna tell
finna
me your shoulder blew out?
finna tell you that? Man, listen, hey, at the end of the day, it's still competition. Still
I got
competition.
you. I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Hey, listen, if you want to go pay them the money, go right ahead. I know what it is. But that's why a lot of times when people get upset, like, man, we wouldn't got these kids out of portal and they were no good. Well, you can't do you can't do any physical on the kid or take them through any medical stuff until the kid actually signs. So you don't know what the kid, unless the kid flat out came out and told you, hey coach, I'm gonna be real with you. This, and this going on. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? And so that be the real bad part about the whole medical thing. And now just think about it. That's now. Think about before the NIL era. That's just now. Like before the NIL era, what was it looking like, right? Because the mother of my son played before the NIL era, right? You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
they really wasn't doing
So
it back then.
exactly. I
She
got it.
just happened.
Especially. Mm-hmm.
She
No,
just
go
happened
ahead.
to land at the right Division 1 that actually did the right physical to find out, right?
Mm-hmm.
She'll always be like, "Man, I'm in pain, my knee in pain, and this, that, and the third." And all they would do is just give her medicine and just keep playing. And she just had to keep playing until like she couldn't play no more. Until it just flat out just gave out. And so then that's when they found out what it really was. But that's
What
just
it was. Uh-huh.
that's why I just gave a backstory of like how it is today ain't how it was, how it used to be. Like, man, they didn't care about
Mm-hmm.
no physical. As long as you're able to come out there and perform, don't matter. We can tape you up, bandage you up, icy hot, whatever that looks like. Just get out there. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, seriously though, like, cause I be joking about like what they copay is and they insurance ain't that good, but it really do, you know what I'm saying? Especially earlier, it really did kind of fall back on like how well can you take care of yourself in
yeah.
some of these situations. So that's crazy to think about that they just blowing your ACL out and moving on. But
That's
but I wanted to bring that back to, do you think that the young ladies are at more of a risk for ACL injury, or are you seeing a trend or something in ACLs here recently?
uh women have always been prone to ACL injuries. But what I always tell people, a lot of these soft tissue injuries happen because you're just not hydrated. MCLs, ACLs, all because of just hydration. Meaning that you could drink a lot of water and everything, and you could feel fine. But where the mishap is when you start to heat up, warm up the body to get ready for performance, you don't put the fluids back in your body, and then it cools down, and then you warm back up because you go through your pregame warm ups, you didn't heat it up, you didn't lather it up, you didn't everything flowing, da, and then you got to go through that period of, you get off the floor, you go change, you might eat something, you're not putting no proper hydrations back in your body, then you back on the court.
Mm-hmm.
And that missed of time from you like getting out of your pregame warm-ups, going back into the locker room, changing, eating, then you come back on the court for warm-ups, then you go back into the locker room, you have your pregame speech and all that, blase, then come back on the court to get ready for the game. You still ain't putting no fluids in your body because you thinking, I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't played nothing. I just went through warm-ups. So then you get to a game and you have to think about it. A lot of these coaches don't understand about the body, which is something that you're supposed to study as. If you go to college and you go into sports management, you go into coaching, like that's what I did. You have to learn about the body. You have to learn about the physical, the mentals and everything about a person. There's always something that gets missed of hydration. That's the biggest piece that always gets missed, which tends to happen with a lot of people with these ACL and MCL injuries is just basically soft tissue injuries, just hydration of the body.
Let's stay right there for a second because I made a comment the other day in poking fun at trainers, but in seriousness too. If I didn't say it too, happy belated birthday to Young Rob. Right, happy belated to Young Rob. We get that out there. But with the soft tissues, the injuries, everything, right? Kelsey Mitchell. I made a comment the other day, like, didn't nobody know she was thirsty? And I saw a comment come back, and I forget who it was on the video on after the show went off that was her fault that she was thirsty. And I get it to a certain extent, right? But I also feel like, what do we have the trainers for? They're supposed to be a check-in. The trainer is supposed to say, hey, Kelsey, we going 17 extra games this season. Make sure you're hydrating, or you really been going really, really hard. Let's do that. How does that balance, and whose responsibility is that there at that level, at the WNBA, even at the D1 level? What does that look like for folks like folks like me? Because I'm thinking that they checking in with you and
I'll
drink this and all that.
I'll say this: it comes down to discipline. That's what it comes down to. More than most people think, right? You could tell yourself, I don't want no water, because that's the old mentality. Man, water's for weakness. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do this.
Okay. Tell me this though too when you're explaining that. Because you say water's for weakness. You see that some of these players they'll get the regular water bottle, and then they'll hand them a bottle that maybe got their name on it. What is that? Because it's not water. What is that? Is that a special juice for them? What is it?
No, it could be it could be a multitude of things. It could be a special Gatorade, a special protein, depending on what your body is. Because that's what a lot of everybody body acts certain differently as they play. So, like, you might see one player, their body might not take Gatorade, they might have to go with Powerade. Or they might have to get a different supplement for that to get your electrolytes back. So it's not always the same thing. It's all player based, but it's also the dietarian of who the player is, if they have a dietarian, and understanding what those things are. But I would say the biggest difference is for the most part, all these players are wearing catapult, which is the short sports bra things that you always see players wearing, and it's doing all the testing. So you have to know, you have the resources to know when a player is dehydrated, when they're fatiguing, things like that. Now, is it being utilized properly?
Wait. Gotta back up for a second, because I need to get some clarification. So you talking about the little black thing where I kept saying, why make it look like ain't nobody got no chest no more? Yeah. That's a tracker. There's a tracker there.
Yeah, so it's in the back, but it tracks.
In addition to what Unrivaled did at the D1 level, they're already tracking this information.
Correct. Right? Everybody
that's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the new technology.
Okay.
Everybody has
Okay.
access to it. So if somebody saying they ain't got
Okay.
access to it, then you might need to get the hell away from them. But everybody,
Okay.
for the most part, has that. So from professionals
Okay.
to Division One
Mm-hmm.
colleges, everybody go.
Okay.
But everybody body acts differently. So
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey Mitchell's could have been right at the same level that she's normally at when they look at the results, but she could have did something to off counter that. And I'm gonna give you an example.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I
Okay.
had a starting point guard on one of my state championship teams.
Mm-hmm.
We went through warm-ups and everything. She decides, hey, I'm going to eat sour candy. Some sour candy before the game. No biggie.
Mm-hmm.
But what you don't realize is that sour candy and all that sugar, they just hype
Mm-hmm.
your muscles up. So now you're bouncing off a wall, just bouncing, 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 bouncing. And the one thing you didn't do is put anything in your body for hydration. So a lot of times you will see players ask for candy, ask for sugar, ask for different things, and they're eating
Mm-hmm.
throughout the game. Well, what's the one thing that they always forget to do? Put some water
Drink some water.
behind it.
Okay.
Put some type of hydration piece behind it. And every time that they don't do that, majority later, within 3 or 4 plays, they're gonna turn the ACL.
Hmm. Okay. So so again, then my understanding of how this works is it wasn't just on Kelsey to make sure that she was hydrated. We got a whole training staff, and we have this tracking that's going on that I didn't even realize. They should
Yeah.
have alerted somebody to, hey, we've been really playing it close here, playing a
Yeah.
lot of games, playing it. It's a lot of wear and tear. Let's just rest,
So most
recover,
of the time,
rehydrate.
this what happens. Now, I'm
Mhm.
just speaking from organizations, universities where
Right.
I've been at that I know this is how it works. I don't say
Hmm.
everybody follows this rule, right?
Sure. Sure.
Normally, when you hit the facility, they make you go and take the hydration test. Basically, is go use the bathroom, and then you have to report what that color is that comes out, and it
Mm.
can be layer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What
Okay.
what? Just give me the number, right? And
Hmm.
so normally, it's 5 is you just ain't hydrated at all. Like you just pitch dark yellow. You feel me?
Hmm. Hmm.
And then it goes up from the layer of the urine sample. So
How the clearer it gets, right? Gotcha.
correct.
Level of clarity, gotcha. Okay.
So you have to tell that number, and then when you go through practice, you get your gear to put on your catapult is what it's called, catapult, and
Hmm.
then it tracks you, and then after that, you're supposed to, you know, do your urine test again to see to make sure everything balances out each other. So
Okay. Okay.
they probably more than likely they skipped a step. They didn't do the hydration piece of the test, and that's what played a part. But two, also they did
Well, wait a minute.
also help.
You say hydration test. How often you do that? Do you think they're taking that, or should they be?
They're supposed to be taking
Is
it
it
every
is
day.
it once a week,
No,
every day?
it's supposed to be every day. Yeah, that's not supposed to be a one thing. It's
Hmm.
supposed to be every day.
Okay.
So
Okay. Let's go.
now, professional wise, it's a little bit different, right? They don't like from the university, it's every day, depending on your sport. Like basketball, football, supposed to be every day. Um, Now when it comes to professional, it's on their own time schedule. So however they want to do that, but you're supposed
Okay.
to do it just to check. So
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's interesting stuff.
yeah.
Oh, thanks for that. But yeah, I really the ACL and I appreciate you sharing it because you come from such a different uh perspective. You know what I'm saying? Having been able to see the mother of your son uh play
It's
through it and then
it's
and
a
then
pain
having to
thing.
see it like figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like you
It's
just every day
literally
your knee just hurt. That's crazy.
well, some days better than most, but it's really a pain thing. It's really
Hmm.
how much pain. But the difference with like the mother of my son, she jumps a lot. Like she was
Hmm.
a small forward, but she was a
Okay.
slasher though. So
Okay.
hers wasn't predicated like on jump shooters. It's bad. Like for ACL, you might ACL tear, you might as well just go do it because you're doing a lot of shooting does more wear and tear on your ACL than it does you just naturally jumping.
Oh wow. Okay.
And people
Man,
don't
I
even know
didn't
that
know that.
because it's the
Yeah.
fundamentals, the technique, the way you're standing and straight up and down and all this versus you just jumping one leg to another leg and all that. Like shooters, it affects shooters more than it affects anybody else when it comes to ACL tears.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I guess if you can get it diagnosed, it's no, you never really going to play through it. I didn't realize that like she was just playing through it and didn't even know what it was. Like to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
that
No,
news
she was
afterwards. That's
really
wild.
legit
She
playing
didn't make a
through it.
decision.
Well, see, here's the thing though. You know what's crazy about it though? We really didn't find out that it was a torn ACL until we was expecting. That's our sophomore year. Our sophomore year of college. When we found out we was expecting is when they actually went and did a real true physical on the entire body. So had we not had our son on the way, they would have never done
it. She wouldn't have found out then. And was it all the way torn? It was a
No, it
partial
was
tear.
always torn. It was always torn. It was always torn.
Wow.
And she's been playing on it for years.
Crazy.
Just never knew.
That's crazy.
She got so prone to the pain of it that it wasn't painful for them. And that's what I said. You could play with an ACL. All she did was put a sleeve on her knee. Just all they would do is just massage it, do therapy, and just put a shooting and then put some ice hot or biofreeze. That's when biofreeze was just coming out. They would put that on there and just put a shooting sleeve on her and just the shooting sleeve
that compression
would cause the compression to stay there. So yeah, it was crazy.
Kind of hold it in place.
Yeah.
That's
so
wild.
when people be like, you can't play with an ACL or anything like that, when it's freshly torn, you can't. But if you give it a week after all the swellings come down, you can actually play on it. It's just how much pain does the player want to go through, and how much is on the season. Like for a high school kid that don't got no scholarships, they might play through that situation because that might be the situation to help them get to college. But if you got offers, you might shut it down. Because my kid in high school that actually toured that we won a state champion, the year we won a state championship, she shut it down because she had scholarships.
Yeah.
They told her if she didn't, that they would take it away from her.
Yeah, it kind of just depends on where you at in your recruiting and where you trying to go in your career. If you shut it down, get the surgery, try to play through. They saying SC's in trouble because they only got 10 players. They're not about to play with my girls' team and coach. Oh man, we ain't in trouble. We loaded.
But
we unafraid. But
you really honestly are in a good situation with having 10 players because that's ideally what you want for an entire season. Now, you don't want people minutes to increase dramatically, like you going from 24 minutes to 32 minutes or 37 minutes. Like you don't want that. But if you can get where the starters are averaging around between 28 to 30, and then the other 5 players covering 10 to 12 to 14, you're fine. It won't be a problem. You just don't want them playing, it's 40 minutes in the game. You don't want them playing 35 plus minutes. The main thing is trying to keep Joyce down to around 32 or less. Raven, I think she'll end up playing around 30-ish. Laxton, you want to keep her 32 or less. Tessa, you want to keep her 32 or less. Okot, I don't think Okot will be around 28 to 30. So as long as that stays, it'll be fine.
Oh yeah, we're not afraid. We coming for the chip.
Yeah, 10 players is exactly what you want. Because by the time you get to playing in a tournament, you're only gonna play 7 to 8 kids anyway. So it don't matter.
It's gonna all work out. Yeah, Frank Wright, what's up? Chicago Cheetah, what's happening? Rob, what you got on?
These people don't pay
attention for the rest of the day.
I'm gonna be occupied for this weekend. But I should be around for Sunday. We do a show, so I should be around. But outside of that, I'll be just locked in for sure.
All right, and we'll be back on Monday for sure with hot takes. So
whoever that is,
me more and hot takes.
Whoever that is need to go.
Man, Gamecocks will have plenty of playing time this season with 10 players. No problem. No on the bench this year. I mean, seatbelt gang, go to work. Y'all know what it is. Hey man, but this was a great conversation, man. Great conversation. I think next week on Monday, I think we're gonna talk impact games. Some of the SEC, some of the college hoops games to look forward to as we move closer. 7 days now from the first 7 days from the first exhibition game that we got.
I think somebody played today, but I gotta find out where they playing at. So.
Oh yeah, let us know. Let us know. But hey, if y'all didn't hit the like and the share on the way in, hit the like and share on the way out. Until next time, y'all know what it is. Rodman Media says talk sports. Y'all stay tuned. Talk soon.